and, of course, next-level firepower.
Next level
Today,
firepower.
we'll show you 3 tank destroyers and 1 light tank that spots targets for them.
Let's see.
The AT-FV230 Breaker is a vehicle with a bad attitude that breaks tanks like toys.
All right.
Its gun quickly strips heavy tanks to their last rivets. The gun depression angles help it always stay on high ground.
Okay. 480 alpha damage. Currently, the Badger has also 480, right? 620 with high explosive. 283. 331 primo rounds. 130 with high explosive. So pretty much the same. Like more base pen. More base pen. But the H is... H and Badger is... let me see. Yes, also 130 actually. And 480 alpha. 20 top speed. So base mobility is way slower than Badger, which has 30. 0.30 dispersion, 1.6 second aim time, gigagun handling, 8.1 second reload. 10 degrees of concentration. 381 turret. Oh, not turret, but frontal armor. 381.
While the traverse angles make fighting from there a breeze. Its armor, meanwhile, will crack even the strongest teeth. Even under a hail of shells, the Breaker keeps moving forward, and it has the direct drive mechanic to help it.
Okay, let's see the mobility
the
here.
vehicle's engine automatically increases its power and top speed as you move forward.
All right,
The longer you drive, the more horsepower you get. This mechanic lets you deliver your damage per minute exactly where it's needed most, right on time.
So,
thanks to this, the Breaker can show up in places where it's least expected. In positional combat, it fights with maneuverability typical of heavy TDs, because the bonuses reset when you stop. This lets the vehicle stay true to its role, but cover long distances more quickly. The unique upgrade system available for every Tier 11 vehicle will let you push the Breaker's characteristics to their limits. And once you've fully upgraded it, you can unlock new customization elements to complement its brutal look. This applies to every vehicle in the new tier.
this will be so annoying to fight
Even
against.
the Breaker needs some sniper support sometimes. Someone to deliver the decisive blow. Enter the Hirschkäfer. This is a tank destroyer on the Leopard 1's chassis, so mobility is never an issue.
Grille 15 leads into this tank. 550 alpha, but it had, we saw already from the video that it has some kind of charge up, right? 295 pen, 345 premium pen, so it gets more premium pen than Grille. 660 with high explosive. 1950 hit points, 60 top speed. Giga accurate, fast, 13.1 second reload. You know, for a tier 11 tank destroyer to have 13.1 second reload for this alpha is absolute garbage. But let's take a look at the mechanic. 8 degrees of concentration, nice. 380 meter view range.
It's never an issue. It strikes from nowhere, then vanishes, only to reappear and strike again, and knock the enemy down. Its propellant thermal control system gradually boosts final accuracy and damage per shot when the vehicle is stationary or moving at less than 20 kilometers per hour. A good sniper always waits for the best opportunity. When moving faster than 20 kilometers per hour, the charge bar reduces. After firing, it resets and starts building up again. This way, you can choose between frequent shots or fewer, deadlier ones. At full charge, you gain a significant boost to damage and accuracy, plus an additional bonus. A guaranteed enemy ammo rack explosion if they have fewer HP than your average damage per shot. Total destruction guaranteed.
Wait. So, if the enemy has less hit points than your alpha, that means you are guaranteed to execute. Let's call it execution, right? Guaranteed ammo rack explosion. Right? Which just a visual thing or does it count as a critical hit as well? Doesn't matter. But what that does is it eliminates a chance of a low roll on a kill shot. Do I understand this correctly? That eliminates the kill shot RNG. You have 800 alpha, you fully charge it. The enemy has 799. You don't have to sweat if you are going to kill it or not. It is a guaranteed execution. That is strong, but like this mechanic also kind of eliminates
up again.
It starts charging up again. Like it seems like it starts charging when you are reloaded.
After firing, it resets and starts building up again. This,
like once you're reloaded, if it doesn't start charging right after you fire, then playing aggressively, like many times, you know, I like to play TBV or Gorilla 15 in the city to do the quick peaks back to back to back. That like slows those type of plays down a lot. And if you have enemies that you can shoot bam, 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 then you have very long reload for 550 alpha in tier 11.
Total destruction guaranteed. The Hirschkäfer can be very fast when it needs to be, but it's not in a hurry. The enemy is only faster on their way back to the garage. The Hirschkäfer will need a fast-firing ally, the fastest firing of all. The Strv230 is a true nightmare for the enemy.
This stealthy sniper doesn't rely on a single decisive strike. It occupies a position and...
With its penetration, damage per minute, hydro-pneumatic suspension, and siege mode,
it has the same alpha as Strv in tier 10 and tier 9. 319, 361 pens, 2000 hit points, 53, 48 top speed numbers, and also 1. 0.28 in the siege mode, 0.23. Aim time 3 seconds or 1 second. Reload time 6.7 or 6 seconds without boosting. Shell velocity very fast. 370 view range, 22 body weight ratio.
the Strv inherits all the strengths of its branch and adds its own. On top of its travel and siege modes, the vehicle also features a new one, Pillbox mode. It maximizes all the pros and cons of siege mode. The main engine shuts down so that vehicle vibrations don't interfere with the gunner's aim. As a result, the TD can barely move. But its damage per minute, aiming time, and accuracy become even better than in siege mode. To activate pillbox mode, hold the X key for a few seconds. Pressing it still activates either siege mode or travel mode. Siege mode remains for shorter distances when you need some mobility. Use it when you need to fire, but don't have time to set up a long-term sniper nest. So don't be put off when the Strv230 becomes an almost immobile firing point in its unique mode. The enemies in its crosshairs will also become just as immobile very quickly. Last but not least, our light tank.
All right, so it has, like, if I understood it correctly, it has 3 different modes. It has the travel mode, it has the siege mode, and if you hold down the X, you get the pillbox mode, which is the most accurate, which is the fastest firing mode, right? X plus XX plus X minus X equals X, guys. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to know. Reload and buff as well. I guess this is without rammer and whatnot. So this DPM can be redonkulous. Like this, not can be, but this DPM will be redonkulous. I can see why the alpha is not any higher than on Strv230B, the tier 10 one. Right? But you know, the pillbox is very tricky to use as well at the same time. Can be very dangerous to use. Okay, Strv.
Last but not least, our light tank. The eyes and ears of tier 11, the leKpz Borkenkäfer. It's a very fast, compact spotter with an excellent balance of view range and concealment. Compact spotter.
420 view range, so the highest view range. 14 degrees of gun depression. 340 alpha, 440. 440 with 120 pen. Yeah! Like the RHM. Right? Like the RHM. Wait, what was the RHM pen? 120 as well, and 420 alpha on RHM. And RHM with that gun is amazing. It still has the amazing gun handling. Damn. 75 drop speed. 1950 hit points. 8-second reload. 420 view range. 45 power to weight ratio. So more than on Rheinmetall as well. 1950 hit points. Wait, like I'm looking at this tank and then I compare it to the Leopard 120, what we saw yesterday. It has the same hit points you want to say that Leopard has. Hello. 249 pen, 290, 120 high explosive pen. What? This thing, like Rheinmetall Panzerwagen is already crazy good tank. I will take a look at the camo as well.
Excellent balance of view range and concealment. It will most likely see you first, but that's only half the trouble. The real trouble begins when it fires. The Borkenkäfer can scout in a completely new way, using its shells. Pressing X equips a shell with a laser target designator. When the shell hits an enemy, it applies one of two effects. If the target is already spotted, the hit increases the time it stays visible and the damage it takes. If the Borkenkäfer successfully marks a target in the firing line of allies, that target will take more damage.
Oh my God.
If the target wasn't spotted, hitting it places a marker saying, "You hit it, there's an enemy there." The marker doesn't highlight the target's silhouette, only its position is revealed, and not just to you. This mechanic unlocks new opportunities for team play. show your skills and creativity and win like never before with a next-level scout. That concludes our first introduction to Tier 11. You get to know it for real very soon, in the very near future. See you on a whole new level.
All right, this... Where is this boy? Like, this guy can be... This guy can be absolutely bonkers, man. Like, even without the ability, and having that many hit points, (15.85% camo). What is Rheinmetall's? Like, how the matchmaker works, like, if your team has tier 11 scout, the enemy team is also going to have tier 11 scout, right? Let me... What is Rheinmetall's base camo? Let me see. Rheinmetall's base camo is pretty... basically the same. 15.73% is the base camo on Rheinmetall as well. Panzerwagen, I mean. So this has 15.83. Like, let's just say it's basically the same. 420 view range. Epic mobility. Epic mobility. Epic firepower with this accuracy dispersion. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is this tank more accurate than Leo? Hello? Load? It has the same accuracy when upgraded. And faster aim speed. Okay, well, of course, it has way less alpha, way less penetration, yada, yada, yada. You know, all those things. Yeah, I understand, but, you know, still weird. Plus this ability, man. Designated targets or marked targets take extra damage as well. This vehicle can be a big problem in the game, actually. It can be a big problem. And now that I'm thinking about it, guys, it can be a problem in many ways. Like, for the start, you know, just if you have a platoon, you can outplay stuff. You can, like, if you're very experienced, you know the most common pushes where not even light tanks are sitting, but any tank is sitting. But it can also be a problem when your light tank, think about it, guys. When your light tank, who is this guy, is too trigger happy, trying to mark stuff. It can get itself spotted way more often. And get killed that way. Because I have an ability, I want to use it. On a light tank. Which marks tanks. But when you shoot in a light tank, that usually is kakabupu. You are dead. Yeah. 40 shells. When upgraded, it has 40 shells. It gets 5 more shells. Okay, so this batch of tanks is all over the place. Like, this tank will be so annoying to deal with. It can be fun to play, you know, just W key forward. I don't see the mobility numbers over here. Like, how much extra speed you get? By the way, Wargaming, we need this training ground, please. When? Please, we need this training ground in the game as well. That would be so cool. So much content. So you drive, you charge up the turbo, which will automatically activate itself. You get, boom, a lot of extra stuff actually. Whoa. That's power play right here, right? But what is the top speed numbers? How much you get boosted? Alright, you know, this is like improved Badger, let's say. With the same alpha. Mobility is weaker at first, but could be better when it is getting boosted, right? Strv with pillbox mode, with siege mode, travel mode, pillbox mode. When you press X or when you hold X, it doesn't load. Okay. Let's see. Siege mode. Alright. So you get good accuracy. Better accuracy. And when you keep holding TX, you get the pillbox mode, which improves your reload speed as well. As you can see. Pillbox icon, siege icon. But pillbox is basically, you know, pillbox. You're standing still, but dishing out a lot of damage. Yeah, 1-1 top speed over here. And then the Krilla. Okay, let's see. Let's see. If you shoot, when does it start heating up? Only after you're done loading. So this will limit this like aggressive's playstyle quite a lot. But it has very unique and powerful ability to ignore RNG on kill shots. Right? So when it is not in your kill shot range, you can still high roll the usual plus minus 25% RNG on your alpha counts. You can still kill it with a high roll, but you cannot kill it with a low roll. But if it is lower, then you have guaranteed, you know, which is powerful, right? But yeah, 550 alpha, I don't know how I feel about that. I actually don't know. Well, you know, still going to get it, still going to play it, still going to test it, so stay tuned for that, but... Weird. Weird. Okay, so those were the most confusing ones. And out of all the tanks, out of all the tier 11 tanks, this one, it's actually a light tank that worries me the most. For all the reasons I said. Even the reason like, you know, light tank having an ability that makes you do stuff what light tanks usually should not do. Which is shoot and risk getting spotted, right? But that's where the skill cap comes into action as well. If your light tank is just way more skilled than the enemy one, the outplays can be so easy to happen when someone understands the double pushing, shooting while staying sneaky, and the other guy doesn't know exactly how to do that, then the difference is pretty massive, right? Because lighting up tanks, the cooldown seems to be pretty long for this, so there's that as well, but yeah, what are your what is your take on it, guys? Please let me know. Now you have seen every single tier 11 vehicle. What are you going to get first? What seems to be the most powerful, the strongest, the best? What seems to be the weakest? What seems to be the most exciting, interesting, and also the most boring tier 11 tank? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, take care, and bye.